All right, here we're at Jamboree Rerun version 2, 2021. Here with Ben Neal from Benny's Custom Works, Mechanical Stig for all the MCM fans out there. Benny, tell us a bit about your car and the history of it and how you've been going with it so far.
Yeah, mate, it's a 1987 Toyota Cresta, which is a more or less an imported version of a Toyota Cresta. Slightly different body, but most people are going to recognise that as a Cresta. Anyone that hasn't seen the car before, it does have a Barra 4-litre in it. It's not a 2K special, sorry fellas. Empire Mechanical and Racing have given it a bit of a tickle up, and so far it's PB'd 818 at 168 or 169. Today we've actually gone 828 and PB'd in the 60, so we've gone a 11860 today, so pretty happy with that. The car's done a ton of passes both here and in America. We've actually done drag week twice with the car as well, so it's definitely got plenty of street kilometres on it.
The goal for this, I guess, is to run a 7-second pass, I guess, and I know that the guys from Empire Mechanical are really taking the crown at the moment. We're in 7:45 earlier today and that, so inching up on it. You're hoping it might come later today?
Yeah, mate, I mean, we're always shooting for that magical 7-second pass, but the data that we got from that previous run then, we're quietly confident that with the changes we've made for hopefully the next pass, we'll be at least doing a PB, if not, hopefully knocking on the door of that 7.
Yeah, cool. We had some recent success at an event you raced at as well, so how did that all go?
Yeah, so we actually went and did the Muscle Car Challenge at Cootamundra Airport. Those guys at Motive DVD run quite a few different airport events, and I've actually worked for them a lot of times doing scrutineering and helping out on the ground there, and it's my first time as a competitor, and we ended up actually coming second in ET. We won the Street King shootout, so that's cars that drove there, so we drove this from Mittagong to Cootamundra and back, actually towing our box trailer. And then we also got second on the Runway Outlaws list now as well. So, kicking some goals lately.
Yeah, this car is a little bit of almost an identity crisis. It's a JDM Japanese car with an Australian engine and a USA gearbox and diff. Do you want to tell us a bit about the drivetrain that you got in here?
Yeah, so obviously, as I mentioned, we're running the Barra up front. We've got a Garrett G42 turbo on top of a Hypertune Hypex manifold. Also running Hypertune plenum cooler and cooler piping. Obviously running the Haltech 2500 engine management system, which has worked flawlessly for us. Straight behind that, we've got a Hughes bolt-together converter and a Reed Case Hughes Turbo 400. They're actually conventional GM ratios, and it's a Winnebago gear set, I'm told by Pete. And the rear diff, we're running just a pretty much a conventional 9-inch. We're running 323 gear set, so it does have a fair bit of legs in it, primarily just to sort of get to the end of the track, but as I mentioned before, we do a lot of this sort of street driving, doing drag challenge and drag weeks and these other driving events as well, so we do want to have a pretty stout all-rounder.
Yeah, cool. So I guess plans, are there any plans to go any faster than it or keep on upgrading? I mean, like, you know, the goal of just having a 7-second genuine street car, this is engineered and everything as well, isn't it? So anything, you know, once you run that 7, so you want to keep on going, or you'll be happy with it as is? Because I believe drag week can't actually run with the car that's set up there any faster than 850s, is that right?
Yeah, so drag week in America, the quickest we can go legally is 850 with a 6-point welding cage. In Australia, we are allowed to go faster than that. I think we can run 750 or something like that with this similar cage. We do have to weld the door bars in, however. Currently, this is a bolt-in door bar, so from my memory, we're limited to 8.0 with that. So depending on what happens today, we may have to reassess the cage. But yeah, it's been a pretty good combo so far.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, can't complain with it. Low 8s, driven here, there and everywhere. I think you drove recently to a street machine event into Queensland, was it? You drove all the way there and back, towing a trailer and that. So huge effort and obviously a genuine street car. So yeah, anyone that has been involved in this, you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, mate, there's been tons of people that I couldn't have done this without. As I mentioned already, Empire Mechanical and Racing for the engine, Hughes Performance for the transmission, Hypertune, the guys at Haltech, Valvoline have been our lubricant supplier for quite a while now. There's tons of people. Again, sorry to anyone that I've forgotten. Spares Box also, those guys help us out a lot. So good old Aussie from Empire has just sponsored me 2 tyres, he said. So shout out to Aussie for the brand new free Pro Radials.
BCW5 at checkout at Spares Box, is that right?
Thanks for watching. It is BCW5 on checkout at Spares Box, and we do have a YouTube channel, Benny's Custom Works.
All right, no worries. Thanks, Betty. Good luck in the rest of the day here, and thanks for talking.
Thank you. Appreciate it, mate.
Stuart, I notice you got a new t-shirt on there. We have sold a ton of stickers of these, and a lot of people have asked us to put it on a shirt, so they're available in our shop in a bunch of different colours. For once, different colours. Get on them. And speaking of Barra fans, whip this up. Also, this is also available in a t-shirt, but you know, the old running 8s for 2K joke. Well, apparently to some it's not a joke, it's dead serious. Dead serious. That's one for the toolbox.